At 22 years old, I dropped out of college to pursue my modeling career. I was going to Texas State University. I was 3.5 years in. I had 1 semester left. I left everything behind to move to LA to be signed with Wilhelmina, one of the top modeling agencies in the world. It's been 8 years. I just reflect always. Every agent that I get to work with, every creative that I meet along the journey has been so blessed and guided by God, and I'm so grateful. I couldn't be here without God, for real, because I wrote it down, I believed in it, I had every action aligned with becoming a model. I didn't really know it in the beginning of my journey. The reality is, the way everything aligned, it was just always destiny. It was meant to be. I followed my heart. Even though there were people around me who were doubting my decision to move to LA and drop out of college, no matter what, I have no regrets. Here I am today, living my dream life as a model in Los Angeles. I get to go to castings, auditions. I get to be on set with amazing brands, and work with amazing creatives, makeup artists, models, talented people, photographers, accountants, marketers, and everything, y'all. I get to do everything that I love. I'm just so grateful, and I just want to share my story with y'all, especially if you're someone looking to become a model or interested in the industry. Maybe you want to learn some tips and tricks, or maybe you just want to be inspired. You have your own dreams and you want to go after them, and you want to move out of your small hometown, because y'all, I left everything behind. I come from a small town, New Braunfels, Texas. I lived in San Marcos because at the time that's where I was going to college. Y'all, I left everything behind because I felt this calling in my heart. I had everything on lock, and I knew that I had to take the action. I blocked everyone out, y'all. Listen to people, take advice that you feel is right for you, but you know, only you and God really know what your purpose is. So listen to your heart, listen to your dreams, just take action, follow them. So it's 2016 spring break. Me and my college besties and roommates, we all decided we were gonna go to LA. My bestie at the time, she was from LA. So it was just the perfect opportunity. The person I was dating at the time had just moved to LA. It just seemed like perfect timing, you know? The stars were aligned. I was just like, you know what? I'm about to go to LA. So it kind of seems like it came out of nowhere, but it really didn't. Little did I know, in my freshman year of college, when I first started modeling as just a hobby, I had no idea it would turn into my full-blown career, y'all. I wasn't dreaming that big. I was just doing it because it was fun. I loved to play dress up. I loved to do my makeup. A photographer reached out to me on Instagram and asked if I wanted to go to Austin and shoot, and I was for it, y'all. I had my first photo shoot. My besties were there. I was so grateful for the support of my friends to be there. At the time, I also had this stereotype of oh, I hope he's not a creepy photographer. But he wasn't. He was super cool. Shout out to him. He was super dope. That's how it all began. After that, it was a trickle-down effect. When I started posting my content, photographers would just reach out to me and be like, hey, you want to shoot? And I would be like, cool. I would go to Forever 21, give me a cute little outfit, or go to Wet Seal. Do y'all remember Wet Seal? I would just play dress up. I was having fun. I got to do my makeup, do my hair, and yeah, we would produce these amazing photos that were just surprisingly and shockingly going viral. Never expected the photos to go viral on Tumblr and Twitter. At the time, I was going viral on Twitter as well. I was always getting good feedback, and it just really built my confidence up to pursue the next step of potentially making modeling my career and starting to make money. I mean, at the time I was a college student. I was working at McDonald's in the summer. I was pretty broke, getting notices on my door that I was gonna be evicted if I didn't pay my rent. It was getting a little stressful towards the end of my college journey. The pressure was on me, but I ended up going to LA for spring break and took all those photos from the photo shoots that I would do in Texas. I had a great portfolio. My friend at the time, she let me use her iPad as my little book. I took it in there at an open call on a Tuesday. From there, it was history, y'all. It was just all aligned. I did all the work. Everything just led up to the moment of me deciding to take it more serious. I had photographers that I worked with encouraging me to be signed. At the time, one of the biggest modeling agencies in Texas was the Dragonfly Agency. They were located in Dallas. It's crazy because everything comes full circle, y'all. I'm signed to them now. So when I tell y'all everything aligns and you have to follow your dreams, y'all, it'll be possible for you. I got signed to a top modeling agency just simply by having fun, being creative, by believing in myself, by taking the actions and working towards those achievable goals. I had the intention. I was studying the law of attraction and wanting to reprogram my thoughts and limiting beliefs. Because at the time, I knew I was just crying in my bedroom, during Christmas time, like, I wish I could buy my family presents. Like, I wish I had money, but I'm a broke college student. I was just stressed out. I was like, I need something new. And I felt in my heart there was more out there for me. I created a binder that actually became my manifestation book. I wrote in there, I am a Wilhelmina model. I wrote a bunch of different goals down. I mean, things that I wanted to accomplish if I was a model, brands I would want to work with. I believed in it. I believed in it so much that I was like, I'm gonna go to LA. My partner at the time is the one that was like, since you're going to LA, why don't you just go to a Wilhelmina open call? And I was like, duh. That's exactly what I need to be doing. After I walked into that open call, y'all, it was so surreal. The woman there that was running the open call, she just happened to have the same name as me. That's when I knew it was destiny. I was like, oh my gosh, we almost spell it the same. We just had one letter that was different, but we both spelled our names the same. She was just like really impressed with my book. Like, wow, have you ever like professionally modeled? And I was like, I modeled for my friend's brand, but I never really professionally modeled. They expressed their interest in me. They wanted to meet with me again, but they knew that I lived in Texas, so they mentioned that. I went back to Texas. I was messaging and emailing them like every few days, like, hi, I just wanted to update. And they were kind of like, oh, we're busy, we'll get back to you. But when I mentioned that I was coming back to LA to visit my partner at the time, they were like, oh yeah, come in, let's come in for a meeting. So I ended up coming back to LA, met with Wilhelmina. When I was in that room, y'all, it was just so nerve-wracking, but also so exciting because I was like, wow, I'm really here. Like, I wrote it down. I said I am a Wilhelmina model. Now I'm at that moment where it's like, it's either going to become reality or I will have other options. I just kept telling myself that, like, if they say no, if they reject me, like, it's okay because I can go somewhere else. I can go to Ford Models. I can go to Elite Models. I can find other agencies. But when I met with them, they just expressed certain things, but they were still interested in working with me. They were like, we would love to sign you. And I was like, oh my God, like, wow. I was excited, but I was shocked because I was like, it really happened. I really believed it with all my heart. I saw it in my mind. I wrote it down. I was taking actions and steps to become a model. And I was embodying being a model. That is what it's all about. It's embodying who you want to be, embodying exactly who you think you are. No, you don't think you are it. You are that person. That whatever God has planted into your heart, you will sow those seeds. You will reap the benefits of what you plant. I'm a genuine believer in following your heart and listening to yourself and tuning in to that inner voice. Sometimes the noise on the outside can become a little distracting, especially when you have friends or people around you who just don't understand. They might think that you might be making the wrong decision. That's up to you and God to know your purpose, to know your destiny. I'm forever grateful that I took a chance on myself. After they wanted to sign me, they were cool with me going back to school and finishing up college because I only had a year left. And I did go back, I went back and I finished the first semester, but the second semester, something in me was just brewing. Christmas break came along and I was like, I don't want to go back to school. I was experiencing challenges in my life, along with just knowing that my dreams were just right there. I could just reach out and grab them, And I was like, I need to just go. I need to leave. Like right now, I'm not happy. I asked myself, if I go back to school and I go back to class, am I going to be happy sitting there? And I was like, heck no. This moment right here, right now, I may never get back again. I can always go back to school, but being young and a model living in LA in my 20s, like that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Honestly, I felt so blessed. I felt like it was a 1 in a million opportunity, and it was. And here I am now living out my dreams. I mean, no, I'm not signed to Wilhelmina anymore. And I've had a different agency after that, and now I'm with the Dragonfly agency. But look how everything comes back around. Everything is just destiny. And especially when you have a calling and a purpose and you know it, it can be a little intimidating. It's something new. It may be something that you've never seen anyone in your personal circle do before. It can be intimidating because you don't have a handbook, you don't have a guidebook to show you the way. So you're leaning on your own intuition, your own understanding, and learning through research or just personal experience. The most successful people always experience failure. They always experience starting over or changes. Life is honestly different for everyone, and how something works for one person may not work for you. I did go into an open call. I walked in there, I had my portfolio. That might not be the route for some people, you know what I mean? Maybe some people may just go out, be at a festival, and get scouted and get signed right there. That's a way to get signed. The way social media is changing the modeling industry, you can get signed just by having a social media presence, just by getting a DM. Hey, we love your look, we love your work, we want to sign you. The times have changed, y'all. What I did was something that was just, wow. It still amazes me to this day that I walked into the Wilhelmina office and had so much confidence to believe in myself that I knew that I could live my dream. And I have no regrets, y'all. I'm living it out. I worked with amazing brands that I wrote down. Like, I was featured in 17 magazine when I first began. I worked with Skechers and Nike and Forever 21. I worked with Benefit Cosmetics. And to this day, I have amazing clients I've worked with. Anastasia, Beverly Hills, Target is one of my newest clients. I just worked with Russell Westbrook's brand. Dang, that's a tongue twister. Love them though, Love basketball. I was a basketball player, but I just am so grateful every opportunity I get. I'm not a millionaire yet, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get there. I just want to inspire people with my stories. It doesn't matter what background you come from. It doesn't matter your race, cultural beliefs. I mean, God's blessings aren't limited, okay? God's blessings do not miss anybody. As long as you are living in alignment with a pure heart and good intentions, willing to live out a purpose for the greater good of all and not be selfish, you will be blessed. You will be provided for every step of the way. And if you have a goal to move out of your hometown, do it. If you feel like you're ready to get up and leave and start a new life, this is your sign. That's exactly what I did. I moved to a new city. Honestly, I didn't really know anybody at first. I mean, I had the person I was dating and who they knew and the friends that I was meeting along the way. And here I am 8 years later. And I feel like I've just gotten it right, that I've finally found a beautiful community that I love and supports me and is reciprocal in the love and supportive energy. I have a beautiful relationship with my partner. I am so grateful for the agencies I'm signed to. Shout out to Dragonfly Agency, State Management, and Wilhelmina, Denver, but now they're called the Wilhelmina Rocky Mountains because they've expanded. So congrats to them. I'm just so happy every morning that I wake up just knowing that I've built this life, that I took a chance on myself. And even though there were doubts around me and it was scary, I didn't know what could happen, and I knew that I was taking a huge risk. I knew there was a possibility of failure. I've made mistakes and I have failed in some circumstances. I feel like I've won in life. I got the lotto ticket. It's all about being happy in what you do. It's all about being confident and proud of yourself and following your dreams. If you could see it in your mind, you feel it in your heart, that is already done. It's already manifested. It's already happened for you. It's all about the journey. It's all about enjoying it, learning about yourself, and appreciating the blessings that come. People think the end goal is money. They think the end goal is the fancy house or the car. But the end goal is being proud of what you created in your life. Material things can only do so much. They're not going to give you a hug at night. They're not going to motivate you and tell you that you're doing a great job. You're just going to buy a new couch and sit on it and fart on it. That is not going to make you happy in the long run. I truly believe that what makes people happy is living their purpose, listening to their heart, and learning how to just block out the noise. People are going to doubt you. People may put their doubts, plant doubts of seed into your mind. But you have to learn that not everyone has good intentions. And also, at the same time, a lot of times people don't really know what they want. So how are they going to tell you what's best for you and what you want? Learn to trust yourself and I can't wait to continue to share my modeling journey with you guys and share my book, Manifesting Fashion, A Guide to Becoming a Professional Model. That is my baby, y'all. That's my little baby. I just hope that y'all continue to enjoy the content, and I will see you guys here next time. I love you. Mwah, besitos.